Donald Trump announced this past Friday that more tariffs are on the way, folks. Apparently, the man has been unable to secure any actual trade deals with any actual countries, in spite of announcing last week that we had a trade deal with UK, yay! But it turns out that even UK officials were like, hold your horses, bud, we actually don't have a deal. What they classified it as was the end of the beginning, right? Like, we have now made contact, now we can start negotiating. He announced that, hey, look, we've been working with China. And China's like, actually, no, you lowered the tariffs and we didn't have to give any concessions. So both of the countries that Trump has tried to pretend he has a deal with have admitted there's actually no deal. And with China, they're like, yeah, there's no deal in sight. So he doesn't have any actual trade deals with anything that benefits the United States. And he's getting angry. He's getting angry that people are figuring this out. He's getting angry that businesses like Walmart are announcing that they're raising their prices due to his tariffs. He had a meltdown over the weekend about Walmart doing that and said, Walmart should eat the tariffs. As if any multi-billion-dollar company is going to be like, oh, you know what? You're right. Let's reduce our profits because we're just selfless people, so we don't have to raise prices on consumers. No. All these businesses are run by sociopaths. They're going to screw over consumers even when they don't have to. And you expect them to eat the tariffs? Would you do that, Donald? If your businesses were being affected? No, you wouldn't. You're the guy that recently raised Mar-a-Lago's membership fee to over $1 million when 6 years ago it was like $150,000 a year. So you know all about arbitrarily increasing prices just because you want more money. But on Friday, like I said, he announced, hey, the tariffs are coming, but this is going to be Howard Lutnick and Scott Bessent doing all this. You know, I'm really not involved. Here's what he said. We have at the same time 150 countries that want to make a deal, but you're not able to see that many countries. We're not able to see that many. Are they invisible? Can you see them? Are these countries in the room with us right now, Donald? You're not able to see that many countries? What does that mean? Like, why does the media report these quotes from him and then not expand to be like, by the way, this is a totally nonsensical, unintelligible remark. This is a man suffering from dementia who doesn't even know what he's saying. Media, go ahead and print it. It's fine. He's going to sue you anyway. May as well do it. Jesus. Goldman Sachs has predicted we expect the U.S.'s effective tariff rate to increase by about 13 percentage points this year to its highest level since the 1930s. While the ultimate level and composition of tariffs remains uncertain, they will probably remain elevated for the foreseeable future. Now, famously in the 1930s, in order to get us out of the Great Depression, Republicans said, hey, let's put tariffs out there. And they did. And the Depression got worse because it was a horrible and very stupid policy. And we're right back there, thanks to Donald Trump, taking us back to the good old days of the Great Depression. Trump added, by the way, we're probably in the $12 to $13 trillion range of investments. I think we're headed toward the 12 to 13 trillion between projects already announced, mostly announced, but some are going to be announced very shortly, and literally very shortly. They're going to be announced very shortly and literally very shortly. That is an exact quote from the President of the United States who has mashed potatoes for brains. They're going to be announced shortly and literally very shortly. Again, a nonsensical statement from a president whose brain doesn't work. And the press, like this story from CBS News just moves on from that. Like, you guys aren't even going to address the fact that this man, again, who is likely suffering from dementia like his father, repeats himself over and over and over and over again. He repeated himself multiple times in that statement I just read, not just the last part. And yes, the constant repetition of themes or words is something that is very common with people with dementia. The Washington Post reported last week that Trump has now changed his tariff policy over 50 times, Considering the fact that we're about 120 days into this administration, that means roughly every 2.5 days, he is changing his tariff policy. Every 2.5 days. And here this past Friday, by the way, we got another change. Bessent and Lutnick are sending out letters to country letting them know what the new tariffs are going to be. He has no idea. He has no plan. There is no forethought being put into any of this. He did it because he wanted to do it, because he thought maybe it could do something. He didn't know what, but he thought it would do something, and it did do something. It raised prices for all of us. And he's going to make the situation so much worse because he backed himself into a corner. Nobody is actually out there wanting to make a deal. There are no trillions of dollars in investments coming into the United States. That's not a thing. Go through and look, because I have done this. Go through and look and see what pledges countries have made to bring business into the United States, totaling into the $12 to $13 trillion range. It doesn't exist. It is a complete and total fabrication made up by a man who is a pathological liar and a convicted felon who might also be suffering from dementia. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.